Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles in the dignified kingdom of Dragonstone, where we have a lot of farms now. It's a little bit crazy. I perhaps focused them too much on one area, and now it's going to be difficult for the food to be delivered anywhere. But so far it's doing okay. We're supporting now a population of potentially 2,800. I mean, it's hard to get up to that number, what with people dying of old age and stuff all the time. Oh, here we go with the farmers getting all confused. Running backwards and forwards because everywhere keeps filling up. Poor guys. So yeah, they're going to struggle to get the entire harvest in, but hopefully we'll be able to make proper use of it over time as we fill all this with houses, and that's what I'm thinking we might start to do. It might be time to abandon the block system. Well, not quite yet, because there is more we can do with that, but at some point we're gonna run out of room to build more blocks in, and so then we'll definitely have to just start cramming in houses wherever we can. But yeah, I think what we'll do today is build this block. How's the food actually doing? Going up by massive amounts per year, it would seem, so I reckon we can easily support an entire new block of houses. So, let's start by demolishing this. Gonna be a bit of a mess, but I'm sure it'll work out okay in the end. So we'll do that, and then we'll start filling in roads and stuff, and getting trees chopped down, and so on and so forth. So I will have my C key at the ready. Whoops, I've immediately cancelled an order. I'll just try and get as many chopped as we can. It's awkward. I wish you could drag and select a whole bunch of them, but whatever, we'll get it done. It's gonna be another... Actually, we should check how the wood's doing. We're losing wood overall, so we do have to watch out for that. We need to have some woodcutters left. Where can we hide this one? Oh, we can totally use these little patches down here for woodcutters. Yes, we will do that. First of all, demolish this one, then order the construction of a new one that will sit, let's say, here. That'll get us a little bit of wood. It's not ideal. Oh, and also we should totally transfer trees to all these little gaps here. That will be perfect. It'll take a while. Yeah, we're going to have to start with having one here, because I've already got and chopped all the trees down. But that will transfer the trees to here, and then we can build another woodcutter. I don't know if we can hop the trees over. We might have to do a bit of messing about with getting rid of wells so we can make the space. But yes, I think that is a plan. Then we've got a nice little bit of supply all throughout the kingdom. We can try and help things by building some more over here. There we go. And one up here as well, perhaps. There. And hopefully that can be delivered. Imagine... Oh, it's production halted. They need a stockpile. We're running out of... Oh, there we go. Well, actually, we are just chopping down a whole bunch of trees right now. But yeah, these guys should be operational. And I've got to wonder if it's because there's no stockpile nearby. I think we need to build one. So I will build as a pokey mini stockpile. Hidden over here, I suppose, and that will hopefully be only wood, but I need to make sure I press the button in time when the thing is built. As the population, it's still really struggling to go up. I'm going to have a festival to try and get our population even vaguely close to its upper limit. Right, that's that. Shut down everything but wood. And then hopefully that means these guys can get delivering. Yep, they're now operational. That should be good. I'll have plenty of wood anyway, for a while. Yeah, so if we can get trees into this corner here, can we then build a forest? No. We can build one there, so we can transfer the trees that way. It's a bit awkward, but it'll do. So we'll build this one, I guess, there. That allows us to remove this one and continue with the tree clearing. So back to the C key. If I can manage it. It's going to take another pass on this after we're done, I think. There we go. That's roughly good. Let's also make sure to demolish this road. And is this one lined up correctly? I think it is, isn't it? Yep, it is. And we should have our road running up here. We've got weird overlapping music going on. It's gone a bit weird. As it likes to sometimes do. I'm sure it'll be fine. Come on, guys. Oh, I haven't ordered this one chopped. That's why it's not being chopped. There we go. I can't even zoom out to like quieten down the music. I don't know what it's... It does this occasionally. Let me see if I can like mess with settings. Not much I can do. Oh, fire's claimed a manor. Hold on. One of these over here. Let me just demolish this and rebuild it nice and quick. We got homeless people. We have, because we finally managed to get up to the things. We finally managed to get our population high enough, and then suddenly we lose a manor, of course. Yeah, I'm just going to turn the audio down a little bit for you guys, because it's being a bit obnoxious right now. Right, we can fill in this last bit of stone road over here. How's the food doing? Change of -3 this year, but it might be because we reached our upper limit on storage. We lost 1,000 to exposure, so I reckon we're alright. So I'm going to build a new block of houses. Just fill this in straight away. Oh, hold on. Wait, no, cancel. Abort. Change of plan. I forgot. I got it slightly wrong. Well, that's the point. I should have been getting rid of these trees because they're actually useful. Yeah, we've got to start from this end and do that. I actually was planning on doing it differently, though, wasn't I? Also, when did this one burn down? When did this happen? Was this ages ago? Let's fix this. I wonder if there's any others that have burned down recently. Possible, I suppose. Right, let's fill in these on this side as well, I think. I'm not so sure because I might want room for wells down here. Nah, we'll leave it. It'll be okay. Probably. Maybe. There we go, and then we'll fill in our nice central block here with our standard setup. Well, and oh, stupid trees. Chop that and then build a well there quickly before the woodcutter can regrow it. There we go. And then, not a baker, a tavern is what we want. It's in town. There and there. And our library. Which I wonder if I like these. Like that. And like that, I believe. Then we want our church in the middle. Like so. If we even need it. It looks like we do. Yeah. Okay, we'll build that there. And then we'll have our town square. And our market. Right there. Awesome. And we can then start expanding this out and looking at building a new block here. So this will... Looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Road, wall. That's a shame. Perhaps it's time to bring this castle inside our walls. As much as we can, which we can't much, really. But if we have it so we don't have a wall here, then the road will be here. There'll be a bit of space before we get to that. We can have a moat and these. But then having this wall connect up here is not really... doesn't make sense. Oh, also the Vikings are attacking. Let's see where they're attacking. Not a good place for them to go. We'll probably be alright. I mean, there's ogres this time. They can get out and start smashing stuff, but... well, maybe they can't. As the case may be, they're getting killed pretty quickly. Of course, even though they're advancing a little bit further every time, they're also trying to go further every single time, so it sort of balances out and we end up okay. Now it's just whether we have any issues with the catapults on our main tower. The point of arrival, but no. They have moved on, and we're just slowly working our way through. I've still got this mess around here. I should probably remove this. Give some potential place to land. That's fine. Our masons can deal with that. In the meantime, I'm going to build 1,000,000 piers. Just like old times. And just completely fill this in. Might get some complaints from workers that have to go through water filled with pointy rocks before they can get to the bit of water filled with pointy rocks that they're working on. Also, removing the bridges just before they arrive is probably a mean thing to do. But I want to build piers there as well. There we go. Oops, did I miss that one? No, I got it. That's all good. And then we'll expand our walls out to here, I guess. And so, yeah, it'll be there and then there. So that works. A plague has swept the land and a lot of people are ill. Once again, struggling to keep close to our population size, which is now... Well, actually, it might be just because we just grew. Let's have another festival then. See how that fares. How's our food? Lost 100, but we also lost 1,000 to exposure, which can probably... That rate can probably be improved. So that's fine. It's a shame about this land here, actually. There's just a solid block of very fertile land. I might regret building on this later. Because, yeah, there's sort of no farmland left now. We're using it all for one thing or another. I suspect that we might at some point have to remove some old blocks that are built on farmland so we can squeeze a bit more food out of them. Or we could just build a whole bunch of bakeries. Perhaps that's where they really start to shine. When you need food from a tile that can't possibly produce food. I have to think about that. Need to work out the ratios and stuff. Really. Work is progressing very nicely here. Wood supply is getting a little bit short. But I'm sure it'll work out fine in the end. This is a particularly large expense in those terms. Oh, can we spot it before it dies? No, we can't. It's dead already. We kill them before we spot them. How does that even make sense? Have we got auto turrets? Are we just constantly firing randomly into the distance and we keep hitting dragons before they can even get in range to be seen? I don't understand these things. Maybe the dragons die of fear. Maybe they run away. Maybe they're just old. And just never quite make it. And we get informed about dragons that were on their way to kill us all, but then died en route. Right, let's build this up at least and work out how we're going to do this. I guess we're just going to have it merge in with the fortress. Put a couple extra defensive towers on the fortress. Eventually we're going to demolish the fortress. That is an unfortunate fact. We will at some point have to do that. Let's even work towards that a little bit by adding in more piers over here. And extending the wall out a little bit more. Perhaps not having this internal wall anymore, just having a wall here and a wall here, and that will work. Might be a couple of potential weak points they could break through, but we'll add more towers and that should balance that out. And also, the death ballista in the center of the kingdom will take care of most threats, I should imagine. Yeah, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the road will be kind of the wall. Yeah, so we'll have the piers extended a little bit further. Just like to there, and there maybe. No, not to there. We'll have it so that it's technically still fully surrounded by a moat. But we can't really have that over here. We'll just build that. And connect it up, but the rest will be a moat still. And then... let's get on with it now, we should be fine. We'll start demolishing our internal towers. So we can make space for our new housing block. And we'll keep an eye on food as we're doing this. Still negative. Maybe that 900 we're losing to exposure is just stuff we simply don't have the means to deliver. Which is awkward. Any future houses will have to be built around those farms to try and make use of the otherwise wasted supply. Maybe I have screwed up with this. Too many farms in one place. It's most of our food production, probably. Definitely seems like it. They just can't deliver it. More granaries might help. More markets would help. Just a case of finding space for those, because I've not accounted for having extra ones of them. But that can play into our future plan of removing all our quality of life stuff. Because eventually we'll have to, for things to work properly. For us to have the space. Whoops, build that. That's not sorted yet. And we will build that. There we go. We'll put in our road. which will go here. Yep, right along the waterfront. It'll be very nice. There we go, and then we'll build a whole bunch more manors and see how it goes. Whoops, I didn't click there. What are you doing? Yeah, this might go wrong. If so, we'll see what we can do. I mean, in an emergency, I can build a bunch of farms here. But for now, I'm going to try filling this in with houses. So stupid trees, you shut down for a minute. Get these chopped. And then we can finish our block building. I assume that tree is in the next tile over. Yes, it is. There we go. Yeah, we might be pushing it. We need more markets, definitely. We'll put some here. We've got the space. We can allocate it to that sort of thing. There, and then on top of this, we'll have our ballista. Castle, of course. There we go. We'll demolish all this stuff. And then we'll build, I think, just as many markets as we can fit in this space. And we'll see if that fixes issues. It gets the food to roughly where it needs to be, especially for these new houses I'm building. So, market, market, market. And we'll just keep an eye on that. Open that up again. An eye on food. Nothing much change in there. Continuing to drop. I mean, it doesn't look like it's dropping. The number, well, I think the number was at like 6,000 before, though. It might simply be a case that this, like, the food can't be moved quick enough. But the market people, they will be, yeah, they'll retrieve it from the granaries in between harvests, so that the granaries will be emptied, so that the farmers can fill them. That's the solution. That does make sense. We probably need even more granaries on top of everything else, so I think I will do that. That should help alleviate things, but perhaps only temporarily. It'll skew the data for a year and make it hard to tell if things have worked out. But yeah, I'm just going to build a crap ton of them there and hope that that works. I didn't think that food logistics would become such a major issue in this, but it definitely has. There we go. These are all operational. They should all be manned. 10 people each. Very good numbers. And they're all going forth. And hopefully getting food from up here. They might not be actually. They might be going over here. This is a problem. Because they'll all set off there. It'll get emptied and then they'll all have nowhere to go. And them using this will mean more stuff being lost to exposure elsewhere. There we go, we've got a positive... Ah, now it's negative again. That's the thing, the positive... Oh, but I haven't built these yet, actually. They've not even come into play. But that's looking better. Definitely looking better. Less being lost to exposure. And it is actually getting where it needs to go. And that wasn't even with these guys operating the entire year yet. And now it's gone negative again, actually. That negative was the year that they were working, so... I don't know. More houses around here will definitely help, though, so I think that'll be our next project. I think we'll leave it for now, because I want to make sure that everything's okay. Don't want to overbuild. That number still seems to be getting worse. Let's just watch for the change, what happens to it. Because that's definitely gone down. That's gone down a lot. How has that happened? How have I made things worse? Here we go. New harvest. They're all... Oh, these aren't built yet. Annoyingly. Yeah, the farmers will actually deliver to the markets as well, which is not necessarily a good thing. I want them to be going between the granaries and the farms, but I guess it's because the granaries are full that they're going to the markets. I hope that's the way around their priorities are. Otherwise, things aren't going to work very well. There we go. Nice, solid, positive change. And that was still before these have been built, because they'll skew things for a couple of years while all the food gets dumped into them. So yeah, I think we fixed that. I think these houses are now supported. That's now working. Probably going to build more houses around here eventually, but for now, It's fine. Also, let's build a bunch of towers. Just gonna cover this in towers. Seems fitting. And it will help with defense. Awesome. Yes, so that is pretty good. We've gone up by another, I don't even know how much. We're not that far away from our 3,500 goal. We will become the next stage of kingdom. We've not even been a dignified kingdom for that long, and already we're looking at getting to the next point. Things really do get exponential in the late game, most definitely. And then it's on to, oh wow, only one person died of plague. How many had the plague? 172, and we healed all but one? That's not too bad. Seems like our hospital system's going alright at the moment. I don't know why, because I've not been supporting it that well. I haven't got that many hospitals built. In fact, I think I've removed some recently and not replaced them because I'm forgetful and do that all the time. But yeah, sure. That play went very well. Cannot complain. But yeah, once it's... Stop. Why is it scrolling? It's using the mouse buttons to scroll on that thing. I don't want it to do that. There we go. So yeah. I reckon next episode we will easily get to the 3,500 mark. And then it's on to trying to get to 5k if we can. We're going to really be cramming in the houses by the end, and our farm issue is going to get worse and worse. Oh, massively negative. I think that was because of rain, though. Definitely relying a lot at the moment on farms, not orchards. Should probably build some more orchards. I've sort of been working on that, but then it fell apart because of a lack of irrigation over here. Is that fixed? I don't think it is. No. How do we fix that? Moving that around is, I guess, the solution there. We sort of can't. We can. We can move it up like 2 tiles, and that doesn't ruin things too much. These 2 farms lose their coverage, but that's fine. Maybe a couple up here. 1 farm up there loses its coverage. That works. Okay, so yeah, we'll move that to there, but we are out of time for today, so I'll leave that till later on, and actually that won't work, will it? We'll work it out. We'll work out some sort of solution so that we can build 2 more orchards there, because it could, it'll definitely help. And then we'll find more places to cram houses in to get up to 3.5 and see where we go from there. But with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.